Welcome back. This is our Pirate D&D game, and we have just rescued two of our compatriots from the depths of the Riptide Cove. And Captain William North, a half-elf druid from your previous ship, has arrived at your ship as a dolphin and is investigating what has happened.
Cool. Yeah, so I guess Gideon and Key are flying in with cargo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, and so do you fly straight onto the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Just fly up, drop off Stumpy, and you know that's his name now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to give it to him. Everyone else is.
Yeah, no one's going to remember Jeb is his name. Is it his real name? But
His real name is Hortense.
No, I got him a cool bone. He's definitely going to be Bonehand.
Rolls off the tongue.
So you drop Sandara and Jeb / Bonehand / Stumpy on the deck, and they're both relatively conscious. Sandara more so, but other crew members, gather around, and some attempt to help Sandara and Jeb get down below so that they can rest. And Captain Rosie approaches you and tells you that Captain North is in the officers' quarters, or the captain's quarters, and they had showed him. We showed him when he arrived. I mean, he just showed up right on the deck, and we showed him the bodies of Mr. Plug and Scourge. Turns out he was not a fan of them either. Cool. And he was talking some. I'm not quite sure what he was saying, but maybe you can make sense of it when you talk to him. But we found some. We really. I mean, none of us have been in the captain's or the officers' quarters before, so maybe they've been plundered.
Right.
And we found some interesting stuff that he's also checked out. So, yeah, right. But repairs are going well. How are you guys?
I'm fine. Jeb here is probably going to need to be looked at by somebody who's better at medicine than I am.
I think they can see he's missing an arm.
Yeah. Just answering the question. Yeah, Corum's on his way, taking his time. And,
what's your swim speed, Corum?
Corum doesn't have a swim speed, I don't think.
I don't currently have a swim speed. Nope, I have an athletics check of 19 I just made, for whatever that means. It's an endurance swim. I'm just, slow stroking it, keep it with the currents, Sometimes I'll go up to the beach and do a little jog.
Right. It's going to take you a while, but...
I like the idea of just cutting back. Where's Corum?
Corum, how much do you weigh?
A lot.
Give me a ballpark figure.
I was putting it in the 250 to 3 range.
If it's under 3, I can come get you.
Okay. Geared up.
I'm figuring everything, like me altogether, is 100 pounds. I'm skinny, but I'm tall, so that's a ball guess. And the broom can carry 400.
Okay. I'm definitely on. Oh, right, because you're.
Yeah, but 300 counting me.
It's probably close, but yeah, I think I'd make it.
Okay.
You know, like I didn't pick an exact weight. I didn't think it was going to be that important. But if we call it 250, he hasn't been eating hard. Yeah, with my gear, I'm under 3.
I can come get you if you want, just to save some exertion.
I don't know.
Also to get him
It's your
back on the
call.
scene of
I'm
the sword.
swimming. I can't. We have no input here.
Mm-hmm. I'm a yeah, drop off Stumpy and just like
All right.
once I'm sure everything is okay, I'm flying right back and trying to find the druid.
All right.
Stumpy fly. Bro.
Hmm?
Oh,
Ow.
that's.
No, Stumpy's being dropped off. We're good.
Yeah.
I meant pickle. But
Oh.
No, only I
but
can.
it's not a problem.
I can send it someplace, but I don't think I can send it with to carry people. I think it's just sending it by itself. But as far as flying, only I can fly it.
Okay, you can just go get him. I don't think it'll be. I think that.
Yeah, I like I said, I do a quick check that everything's fine for the moment, and I just turn right back around and head.
Cool.
Gotta pick up a load of beef.
Right on. Cool. I guess I make my way over to the captain's quarters. No, I'm actually. Well, actually, yeah, it's probably best to do that rather than keep the captain waiting while I go mill about and take care of other business.
Okay.
I mean, you could wait for us if you want backup.
Yeah. Well, that was my
It's not
first
gonna
thought.
take that long.
Yeah. My first thought was I would wanna wait, and then my other thought was if the captain's waiting around for us, that if I were just hanging out on ship, not talking to him, probably not be the best optics. I'll just head in. Y'all can come in when you get back.
You could be tending to the wounded.
Before you head in, Key, as your Gideon flies away and to go get Corum, Sandara kind of limps up to the deck, and she's doing better, but isn't
Not 100%.
isn't not 100% yet, still healing, and I really want to thank you for you and the others for coming and saving us. I thought we were done for after they took Jeb's arm.
Yeah, well, we're comrades. I mean, this is your crew, and we need to take care, look after each other. We're already short-staffed enough. I'm glad you're still with us.
And I want you guys. I don't have much, but I want you guys. I want you guys to have this. It's, and she takes off her hat and she hands it to you, her tricorn.
Okay. I take off my existing tricorn and put the one that she gave me on. I'm like, here, trade. I'll hand her the one that I took when I took the ship. There you go.
And you gain a little bit of proficiency. It's a magical hat.
Cool.
So you feel a little. You haven't examined it yet, but you feel like you're.
I'm proficient at something that I was not at before.
Yeah.
Right on.
And she says it helps me swim, and it helps me understand the ocean.
Duel. Awesome. Thanks so much.
And now that it will help you. So that's and as that conversation wraps up, you can see they're not there yet, but you can see
Cool.
Gideon and it's I imagine on the skyline Gideon carrying Corum the Minotaur sticks out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we're
Cool,
still
well,
on fire.
Are you riding the broom or like hanging from it?
I figured there's not room for us both up top, so yeah, I'm
We are a sight to behold. Yeah. All right. Cool. If I can see them
probably
coming,
like
then
gotta like dip and pull up and dip and pull up.
right.
No, you do in fact slow down the magic broom. It's in the stats.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. If I see them coming, I'll go ahead and I'll wave to them and I'll kind of lean against a barrel and like check make sure everything's running all right. While they're coming.
All right. Yeah. State of the ship looks good. Jeb's being tended to, and they're already starting to tell stories about the horrors of the Grindy Lows and the your party's heroic efforts.
Right on. Cool. That's what I like to hear.
How pirate legends happen. People start talking.
Right. Cool.
All right, so everyone arrives on the deck of the ship.
Perfect.
Do y'all...
My horns.
Captain?
On my own.
There's cheers from the crewmates on deck.
Yeah.
I'll point them all to what I still think of as the captain, because I don't know that. Oh wait, no, it was outside the cave, so I was there to hear that. Okay.
Yep.
I'm still gonna point them all the key.
Cool. I'll give a flourishing bow. Do like a kind of like stage like indicator to my compatriots, and then I'll say, let's go give Captain North pay him a visit in a non-menacing way. Cool.
So y'all enter the captain's quarters, and Captain North is puzzling over the maps that Mr. Plug had laid out, and I believe Quorum had examined those before.
It did.
Yeah. And
I think I got really good on those, if I remember right.
I trusted him to sail a ship, you hear him muttering to himself, but still rather loudly. But he can't even sail a ship, much less keep his word. And then he hears you come in and turns around. Aha! Fellow Buccaneers.
Yeah. Sorry to keep you waiting.
How does the day find you?
Well, adventure abounds, stories, all that.
I got swallowed by a giant grindy low.
That is true.
Adventure stories.
A rare creature, that.
Yeah.
I've been hearing from the crew about the mutiny against Mr. Plug, and and I can only say that I appreciate it. I've been confused these last few months, and I just and as we parted ways, I felt I felt it more, and I remembered how lousy Mr. Plug was at sailing a ship. So,
well,
I left the ship in, I hope, good hands, and we'll have to go back shortly. But he holds up a ring. This has caused me grief, and I'm going to destroy it. It was Mr. Plug had hidden it, and it's a magical item.
Right.
Does anybody want to roll like I don't know if anybody has the
like Arcana or something.
Or Arcana, yeah.
Not today.
I can make an untrained roll.
What's that said?
I can make an untrained roll for it. Oh,
Sure.
that's a 5.
My slightly trained roll was a 7.
I still have my tooth. So I will suck the power out of the tooth to fuel a 3rd level detect magic. Or first
Oh.
level.
I was just gonna
Level
use
was
my
the spell.
5th level social skills and ask what it was.
Oh.
But
All
I
right.
mean, you could do that too. Don't want to take away from your cool thing.
What did you roll, Thomas?
It's just detect magic.
Detect magic.
That was a 1st level. I didn't even have to use the tooth. I was thinking it was higher
Nice.
level than that.
Nice.
Yep.
Does that give you what does
School.
detect magic give you? School?
Yeah, identify tells you what it actually does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Detect magic
Got it.
just gives you presence and flavor.
It's an enchantment. Is that specific enough for the detect magic?
That's a school of magic.
Yeah. And Captain North adds, I'm not exactly clear on what this does, but it muddles the mind.
Right.
And I have felt my mind muddled, and have not been able to place it. And I have the feeling things don't add up.
Right.
Pardon me. The wearer befuddles other minds.
Yes, this was on Mr. Plug. This was in the possession of Mr. Plug. I don't know for how long. So, and I discovered that he wasn't even sincere in his desire to save orphans.
No, that became clear.
Yeah. Well,
So I've been befuddled. To what end? I think just period. It seems Greed. It looks like he was trying to steal this ship.
good help so hard to find here when you just out on the oceans with all these brigands and whatnot. They're good people, but a lot of creeps.
But you three were wise enough to mutiny against the treacherous Mr. Plug and his hound, Scourge. Well named indeed, he says.
Yeah.
Spits.
I try to spit in response and agreement, but I'm a bird. Just kind of
It became very clear that he was not only unloyal but a danger to the crew.
Yes, I did not leave my family's estate to become a buccaneer just to be magically manipulated more.
If I may, sir, are you sure you don't want to just wear the ring instead of destroying it? Could be a useful tool.
It's a brave thing for you to suggest. Another man with a modified, with a muddler of minds.
I trust my captain.
And that is why I think, why stop at one ship? We can start our own fleet.
well.
We can start with this ship and the folly that I left behind, and sail the high seas together. Perhaps earn reputation as a free captain for whoever captains this ship. I also need a new first mate. Clearly, he says.
Well, if I may be so bold, I know a lot about sailing, about helping to run a ship.
Stuff.
I'm not a pirate as of yet. I don't think that I necessarily have the know-how to run a pirate ship. But I can
come
run a
on,
tight
you
ship.
killed a mutiny, you saved a crew. I mean, you haven't really looted anything, or but you're like 2 out of 3. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah. Well, I feel that I'd be best suited helping from the ship side. So if you'd have me, Captain North, I'd be happy to be your first mate.
Excellent, Key. Excellent. I would be happy to have you as my first mate. You have knowledge, you have style and charisma. He poses.
He Captain Morgan's.
Yeah. And excellent. But who shall captain this fine ship?
I point to.
I believe the two of you are the most qualified and frankly the most powerful on this ship.
The second he asked that, I'm immediately looking to the druid.
I have already taken a step back.
I was thinking it would be like one of those moments where like Gideon points at Corum and Corum points at Gideon like at the same time.
Yeah.
Not it.
If nobody stops me, I'm gonna be out the door and like to Gideon, like, see you later, Captain. Go swap the deck.
Captain Gideon.
Captaining is a.
Wait, did North just say that?
Yeah.
Permission to speak frankly, sir.
Certainly.
I make people uncomfortable.
Well, there's more than one way to be a pirate. I certainly have my way. But you certainly have the power and the capability.
Are you sure you want me as your representative?
I think we'll start a marvelous fleet together. But the first order of business is going to be getting this ship to Rickety Squibs. People will just recognize the outline of what this ship looks like on the shoreline if we're going to keep sailing her.
Okay. Aye.
You're gonna do great, Gideon. You're a smart kid.
I might be older than you.
I was about to say, are you a kid? Are you younger than me?
No.
I don't know. All you humanoids look the same.
I'm a full-grown adult.
Well, right. I mean,
all those skin halves.
It's hard to tell with Aasimar, honestly.
I mean, with all the spookiness, it's hard to tell how old you are. But you're
heavenly
you're
don't
a
crack.
smart fella, and you're pragmatic, which is something that I think that this crew could definitely use. Something I don't have.
Yeah, never mind. They look like a drawing by Tim Burton.
Who's Tim Burton?
That was not in character.
I think Corum will be your natural navigator, given what I've seen of his druid skills. And he sort of peeks out the door from looking at Corum swabbing.
I'm only like pretending to swab while I tell him the story. And light my horns up again and like make it sound good and just like look like I'm swabbing.
Not even holding it up, just doing the gesture.
Right. Mostly I'm using it to gesture and like, using it to like, and then the new captain came up and went to.
If you really feel this is best, I'm gonna need you to tell everyone. I have exerted no authority thus far.
Excellent. I will make the announcement. We'll have to come up with a name for our fleet. I don't know what it'll be yet. Open a suggestion. But for now, I will go announce it to the crew. And then we will talk about making preparations for Rickety Squibs. And unless you do want to have anything else to say to him, he's going to walk out and make the announcement.
I'm just gonna go with him, and once I'm outside, Pickle turns into a green raven and lands on my shoulder.
I've spoiled the surprise for the crew already with the story, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Well, it's one thing, a story from a crewmate. Another from
It's
a
another
captain.
thing to have Captain North go, guess what, everybody? You now work at Hot Topic.
Oh, sorry, it's a Spencer's now. So Captain North, he exits and then he goes onto the upper deck so that he has a better vantage point and the wind catches his cape.
I'm following the whole way.
And he says, "Crew, we now have a new mission and a new captain of this very ship. Joining me in our newly founded fleet, Captain Gideon." And
I step forward very professionally, standing upright, arms behind my back.
I will lead the hip hips.
Green crow, raven, I forget which.
Right. Hip hip, and then like eyeball them to make sure everybody says hooray.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, they're all into it.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna.
I wonder if any of the tales from our adventure include me mind controlling the enemy.
So Captain North makes the announcement, and they do the hip hip hoorays, and then there's the breaking out of the rum. There's a new captain. Of course, we need to pour the rum, and there's still work to be done, but the revelry begins.
Yeah, it's been like 3 days since we had a party. We gotta get the. No, we had one last night. No, it's good. It's a good weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Keep the momentum going.
Drink, fight, drink, fight, drink, fight.
And yeah, the after a little bit of drinking, the Captain North starts to show you about Rickety Squibs, and then there's more drinking, and then there's less work and more gambling and more games. So that's I think where we're gonna leave it off for tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Thanks for game.
A new fleet, a new captain, a new first mate. These are good. And the murder and then unmurder of several grindy lows.
Yes.
See them in a year.
The probably subjugation, because I'll bet you if we come back, they'll be like, oh.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, are you going to be able to find this island again? It's not super well known. And then it's like, oh yeah, Minotaur.
The living sea chart.
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter how stupid I am, I will always remember everywhere I've been. Right?
Heck yeah.
All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Like if you like it, subscribe, and hit us up on Patreon if you want to see us do it better. And yeah, thanks for gaming.